I'm on my way to Copenhagen to do some photography and test out a new camera. But it's not going to be just normal street photography, so I've got these two handsome young gentlemen to help me out, which is Claus here and Mads here. Full disclosure, GoBoat here in Copenhagen did lend us this boat for us to make this video today, but nothing else is sponsored or paid for. But at least I get to keep the lens and camera when this video is done, because I paid for it. I'm just the guy with the camera, the least important person on board. Mads is our captain and Claus brought his guitar to entertain us as we go along. It's a little bit classy to sail around with live music, just like the Titanic. You don't need any papers or maritime education to sail this boat, but all three of us do actually have yacht skippers, so hopefully we won't end up like the unsinkable ship. And chances of running into an iceberg in Copenhagen Harbour in the middle of May are fairly slim. The plan for today is simply to cruise around and enjoy the city and the harbour, and test out this camera and this lens, the Hasselblad X2DII, with the 35 to 100mm lens. But enough talk for now, let's get going. As mentioned, Claus brought a guitar, but Mads also wanted an instrument, so since we left Fyn in good time, we found a toy shop and got Mads an instrument as well. I had a toy like that as a kid, but until today, I did not know that it's called a melodica. It's not easy to play both the melodica and steer a boat, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Mads. I've been using Sony cameras for several years now, and they are fantastic cameras. Very reliable, excellent autofocus, and they always get the job done. Then about a year ago I decided to try something new, and I got a Leica Q2 monochrome. That camera really helped me challenge myself and my way of thinking creatively. I love bringing my Sony gear to sports events and concerts and meeting people, and I'll never give up on Leica monochrome. But the Hasselblad X2DII just seems like the ultimate creative tool for me and what I want to experiment with. The X2DII is a medium format digital image beast with a 100 megapixel sensor, 16 bits of color depth, 15.3 stops of dynamic range, 10 stops of image stabilization, HDR and even LiDAR to help focus. But despite all the tech, it's also a quite simple camera to operate. No color profiles, presets or digital filters, but just a lot of light, shadow and color to work with. The back screen is like an iPad with an insane brightness, and the viewfinder is a bright micro OLED screen with a 5.76 million dot resolution. Shooting mostly on Sony and being used to Sony's menu system, with its endless options and submenus, this just seems pleasantly simple. But I still have a lot to learn about the Hasselblad menu system and get my camera set up just the way it works best for me. The f2.8 to 4 35 to 100mm V lens seems like the best lens to start with for me, and it is a fantastically sharp lens and a good focal range. But I will also get 1 or 2 Hasselblad primes in the not too distant future. I have spent quite a lot of money getting to the conclusion that many lenses don't make me a better photographer. So before rushing out and purchasing something I might regret, I'll just take my time and get to know the camera and the 35 to 100mm lens first. I'm quite sure I will be eager to tell you about it in a future video once I've expanded my Hasselblad lens arsenal. The Hasselblad is not the only camera with the option to select different crop modes, but it just seems to work smoother on the Hasselblad. Perhaps because it's just easier to compose in camera with a bright screen or a good viewfinder. I really love the different options that are available to me. If you photograph in a certain aspect ratio, the photos will initially be viewed in that specific ratio when you open them in Lightroom, but you can still change it if you need to. The resolution on the X2DII is just insane. These two tourists are making unforgettable memories of the strange inhabitants of Denmark to take home and show their family and neighbors. And they'll probably go somewhere else next year. Maybe not an all that interesting photo in itself, but look what happens when I zoom in. You can easily see the photos of their loved ones on the back of their phones. I usually don't compose my photos in post, but with this camera and its crazy resolution, you will have many options to do so. I've only used the camera for a few hours, and it definitely operates differently from my Sony A9 III, which is all about insane speed. This friendly young woman was saluting us with her drink, a kind thing to do in Denmark and something worth photographing, but I got a sharp image of a door instead. The woman is right in the middle of the frame, right in the focus field, but the camera still misses focus. I admit it might be my lack of routine with the camera, but it's not something I'm used to when focusing with my Sony cameras. Since I'm brand new to the Hasselblad universe, I'm not able to compare my camera with its predecessor, the X2DII. Some of the videos I've seen mention the benefit of a joystick to move the focus field around. I find it easier to use the arbitrary tracking, which locks on to any subject, not only the ones chosen in the subject detection, and sticks pretty well as long as you need it. It will probably be one of the ways I'll approach focusing when using the X2DII too. Når vi lige kommer ud på den anden side, så prøv at kigge den vej op. Skal vi ikke prøve at bakke derind og høre, om de serverer mad?
I think for us it's maybe better if you park by the end of the just on the right.
Yeah, I would know either if you were going to play music.
Then you should tell it to the waiter.
You haven't heard us play yet.
No, we're going to play a song.
After a delicious dinner with a cold beer, costing about the same as a Hasselblad, we had company for the last part of our Nordic urban photography odyssey. Mads' son Aske and his girlfriend Simone. Simone is fairly new to the family, but oddly enough, the behavior of her reasonably new father-in-law and his two dimwit friends didn't seem to scare her off. Yet. We continued our music tour of the Copenhagen harbor canals.
2, 3,
And got even more smiles and cheers. A fantastic way to spend an afternoon and evening in Copenhagen. If you ever visit the capital of Denmark, you should definitely consider renting a GoBoat. It's a very fun and relaxing way to enjoy the city. I got this camera less than a week ago, and before that, I had not even held a Hasselblad before. But look at this, my first Hasselblad picture ever, taken in Bogense on Fyn a few days ago. It turned out pretty well, and I'm so glad I can share it with you, the moment of me losing my Hasselblad virginity. The GoBoat company was founded in Denmark more than 10 years ago, and now they have locations all over the world. But it's not like renting a car. I don't think you can pick up a boat here in Copenhagen and deliver it back in Sydney in Australia. But I don't want to sit here making unsubstantiated claims, so you'll have to look it up on the website if that's a possibility. This has been a fantastic day in Copenhagen, but my journey with the Hasselblad X2DII has just begun. Not a journey from Copenhagen to Sydney though, but hopefully a journey with a lot of fun, a lot of fantastic experiences and many beautiful photos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And as usual, I have saved a few of my top picks till the very end, so please do stick around. And also many thank you to GoBoat Copenhagen for lending us a boat for making this video. See you around.
To the kids playing hoops, going loop-de-loop, their rainbow-colored bouncy balls and their ice cream scoops. Got my shoes in my hand and my feet in the sand. I got 20 ducklings in a row like a little marching band, and they sing